guys, it's Voodoo Ropes, and today we're going to talk about ropes in water. I just got a lot of questions about if you should put ropes in water or you shouldn't, not for washing, but for the process of tying, for photo shoots, and I think that you can't put ropes in water. There's just some things that you need to know before you do it. So thing number one that you need to know is that as soon as your rope gets wet, it gets tighter. So if you have a harness on a model and the model is going to the pool or to the shower, whatever water, then the harness is going to be tighter, much tighter on her, or on him. Please be aware of that fact.
Well, I said ropes get tighter, but let's look a little deeper. Putting tied up models in water is even more dangerous than ropes in general. You need safety scissors at all times, but especially when ropes are wet. What if something happens, you made a little mistake and the rope affects the nerves of breathing? You don't want that, but things can happen to anyone, so make sure you are prepared. So there can be also consequences for your rope after being wet. If we are talking about natural fiber rope, water impacts the fiber and it leads to weakness and damage in the rope. You need to note that ropes that got wet should never be used for suspension in the future, as the fibers expand and loosen from their original weave.
Another fun thing is that if you use colored ropes, the rope can lose color. It can start literally dripping that color from itself. And this can get awkward if you are in a public pool and your ropes are red and you have a girl there. So be aware of the fact that ropes can leak with their color. Of course it doesn't happen to natural rope, to like jute or whatever, but if it has color on it, then most likely your rope is going to drip a little bit at least. Or not a little bit, really depends on the producer. I used the Giotto rainbow rope on my model when we went to a pool, and oh my god, that was awkward. So there is no way to prevent it. The only way to prevent it is to use natural rope. But if you want to use colored rope in water, then please just be ready to have your model a little bit colorful when she gets out of water. And if you are doing a photo shoot, then do a photo shoot when you're in water, not when you get out of water, because it's gonna be dripping all over. And then when you untie that, your hands are going to be the color of your rope for sure for like 2 or 3 days. Also, I used Passion Craft store rope in water, and that rope did not leak. That rope was perfect. It didn't lose color. I put it in the ocean water, on the sun, on the sand, then I put it in the washing machine. Nothing happened. So it really depends on the rope. But be ready for the rope to leak. Thing number 3 is, that it's going to be extremely difficult to untie. Because ropes gets tighter, right? That was thing number 1. But think about untying it. And the way to make it easier for yourself is to actually not to tie actual knots, to tie maybe flat knots, or to just do twirls or twists, because that will be much easier to take off your model. So I untie my ropes in water, or I untie them in the shower. And if you think that that process looks spicy, then no, it doesn't. It is very difficult and tiring. And I love untying my models. This is my favorite part of tying, is untying. But with wet ropes, it's very different. Very different. And the last thing that you need to know is that even if you put your ropes in water and you think that water is going to clean it, you still need to wash it afterwards. Because especially if you had colored rope, then it's going to be dripping everywhere, and if it was wet and then you didn't dry it properly, it can still stain some other stuff. So after doing ropes in water, put your rope in water again, but with the purpose of washing it. Especially if you do some salty water, then definitely need to wash it again, or chlorine water. So whatever, pool, ocean, for sure after these things you need to wash your rope and dry it properly. But please don't dry your rope on the open sun, because rope doesn't like it. Alright, so that was it. That was really short. I think I did good. So please don't be afraid of using your ropes in water. It's okay, just be careful. So please, if you use ropes in water, leave me a comment and maybe you can give more tips about ropes in water. Alright guys, stay safe, have fun, and probably have a great weekend. Bye bye.
So in conclusion, I wanna say again that you need to keep your safety scissors nearby all the time. The second thing is, don't use the rope that has been wet for suspension in the future, as the rope gets weaker. Safe rope for wet stuff is probably nylon or synthetics, but I've never used those. This is what I heard from other Shibari artists. And always remember that experimenting is great, but please make sure to keep your scissors close by and be very, very careful.